YouTube, what's going on? Hit the like button from the jump because you already know this is going to be fire. Welcome to Members Only. If you're new, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on the content. Let's get right into it. After the pizza connection indictments in NYC, the whole city went into a drought with the Italians off the street. The 8-year, $1.65 billion operation was over that supplied most of the dope in NY. So that means we got to find a new connect that can fill the void. I mean, with such big shoes to fill, only a special group of people that can make it happen. And that was the Tongs and the Flying Dragons. Now, I know you heard of Machine Gun Johnny. Well, he's done things a little different compared to the scientists. The scientist will be more strict with dealings. He will hold court and coffee shops, and he would be more disciplined when it comes to how the organization is ran, compared to Machine Gun Johnny that didn't care about where the money came from as long as you was bringing in that paper. Now, the organization formed a multi-million-dollar heroin empire, working closely with suppliers from Southeast Asia's Golden Triangle. They moved dope through Chinatown restaurants, massage parlors, and even laundromats. Heroin will be smuggled in hidden compartments of imported goods, and street-level dealers will push it to users all across the city. The dope pipeline ran from Thailand and Hong Kong through corrupt customs in Canada and into New York via Chinatown. Johnny Yang used family and Tong connections overseas, often hiding drugs in ceramic statues, soup cans, and Buddhist shrines. Getting it from Thailand for $5,000, by the time it hit Hong Kong, that number doubles. When it touched down to the US, it's about $60,000. And then when it finally hits Chinatown, it's about $90,000. Then by the time Boy George gets his hands on it, it's $140,000. And that's per brick. Now, one good thing about the Asians is that they rarely dealt with undercovers because of the language barrier. I mean, they rarely dealt with any other races anyway. Like, if you weren't Chinese and was caught after 10 p.m. in Chinatown, and if you was young and looked out of place, 9 times out of 10 you was getting your ass beat. But there's always an exception. Now, the Puerto Rican alliance cut across racial and cultural lines, but it worked out good because of the shared rule: money talks. Just like I said, the Flying Dragons didn't trust many outsiders, but they respected the Puerto Rican crew discipline, the low snitch rate, and the fearless distribution network. Both sides were violent. If a shipment got stolen or a runner got greedy, retaliation was swift. Like in one case, a young Puerto Rican runner was found dead in the Chinatown alley after shooting a connect on a heroin deal. It was seen as a message. Now, the first time people heard the name Boy George was through how good his dope was. His good product killed competition. He had the customer sprung, and he was making a killing. When they would ask for the best dope in the city, they would be pointed in his direction. His former heroin was stronger, cleaner, and it was more expensive than a Mexican brown or local cuts that most street dealers were used to. He had connects to the direct source of almost raw, uncut dope. Now, spring of '87 is when he revived his 100-gram bulk of H. He would visit every well-known dope spot and offer his product for their spot, giving others the opportunity to double what they was already making. Everyone making money, everyone happy. He gained control of many corners. They said he was making so much money that dudes would go to him to get dope for their spots, and that's when it would become his spot. Those baggies stamped with the red crown spread all over the Bronx. $10 baggies given to street dealers pumping it at George spots. Spot managers made a 15% of the profit and were responsible for paying the lookouts, the starers, the pitchers, and runners out of their share, which was typically $1 a bag commission. Spot managers made $2,500 a week, and his top lieutenant was making $12,000 a week. Boy George easily made $50,000 a week from one spot. He ran his business like a corporation. There's times he had to make some adjustments to his game now. During the time period when it got hot, he switched the brand name Obsession to Delirious, with the logo of a crazy-looking man stamped on the bag. It spooked fiends, and they refused to buy it. He ended the Delirious operation within a week and returned back to Obsession because his customers had developed a loyalty to the name. I mean, Obsession was the good dope. It was that good that you could put out a bad batch, and the batch could be shitty, and that shit'll still sell. Now, what separates a man and his plug? Trust. A lot of people talk the talk, A lot of people seem to oversell themselves. When it came down to a deal with the Flying Dragons, they put up 300 grand for a deal that Boy George set up. Someone ended up running off with the money, and Boy George ended up reimbursing both parties that took a loss on the deal. Now in that situation, stamped him with the Flying Dragons. That's how you do business. You are responsible for who you vouch for. And the agent saw how he dealt with it, so they continue to make money together. See, Boy George took that loss as an investment. He knew he had to make things right with the agents. That money he was making with the agents definitely could justify the loss. Sacrifice is giving up something good for something better. See, a connect only mess with someone with the intentions on making money. There's money to be made. You have to know how to move the product. If the plug is losing money, that defeats the purpose. Why would he continue to deal with you? We heard lots of stories about guys burning the plug, but it doesn't turn out pretty. See, if you're gonna play the game at the highest level. That involves doing things that you don't want to do. Get out your comfort zone. Boy George saw how his mentor would get up early just to make sure the spots were open. You think he wanted to do that? You think he wanted to get up early? Come on now. Who wants to get up early when they don't have to? Especially a dude that don't work. He don't work for nobody. He's his own boss. So that shows you right there. But that's it. That's all I got for tonight. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit me up in the comments. If you have any thoughts, questions, or concerns, you already know. Don't forget to hit the playlist and watch my last video because y'all slept on that. But anyway, y'all be safe, man. I'm out.